Welcome here, ladies and gentlemen, to Watkins Glen for round number 10. It is, I believe, of the Can-Am Pro Series Eastern Division. It is a pretty cloudy day here at the Glen, but hopefully we can get this race underway before storms really roll in. As Ashlyn Boyd in the 18 captures the pole, Mark Owens to the outside. Should be an interesting race here. It's the first road course race for these Pro Series guys. So should be really interesting to see what happens as coming into this race. Boyd is your points leader, only 14 points over David Haas. Then there's Dylan Young, Keisha Boyd, and Raymond Fisher as we get you down to the commands. And the engines have been fired up here. Drivers now rolling off the grid. And everyone is going to get set, or everyone got rolling off the grid right there. So know a couple guys looking forward to this race. Boyd in that 18, who's trying to extend that points lead once again. Jacob Buckholtz in the 30. This is his home track, so they keep an eye on that 30. Really wants to win this race for the crowd, hometown crowd here. He came here as a kid and watched him race, and now he's here racing himself. But here we go. The pace cars are in on pit road. First and only road course of the season. We're green at the Glen. And in the corner number one, Mark Owens in the 00. Still winless this season, and he's been close so many times and just can't really be there at the end. He's hoping for something different here today as they go up through the S's. All clean and green so far from these young drivers. Owens out front. We got the 18 of Ashlyn Boyd behind him. You see the 30 back there making some moves down to the inside, I believe, of Fisher. Or actually, it's Wyatt Gaines right there. And they're going to go side by side through right there through the bus stop. And 6 with the advantage. But battle for the race lead. Ashlyn Boyd wants that position from the 00. Side by side for the race lead now going into the corners here. And the 18 trying to cross back over, but doesn't look like you're going to have a good enough run, I don't think. And these two just kind of escape from everyone else. He's got to keep an eye on this corner. This could be a big corner here. As driver sideways out of the corner. Got the 37 done against Scott into the wall back there. Mark Owens leads lap number 1. Bunch of side-by-side battle. The 30 was able to get clear of those Chevys. Now has his eyes set on the top 2. Mark Owens leads over Ashlyn Boyd, who's just putting the pressure right there, looking for win number 2 in a row, actually. Ashlyn Boyd is. Week in, week out, it's just really been Mark Owens, Ashlyn Boyd, and the 30, really. And look at the 18. Look at the move in the bus stop corner. He gets to the 00 right there to the inside. And they're going to go side by side. Can the 18 clear? And while those guys go side by side, that's just going to allow Buckholtz in the 30 to really catch up to them right there. As they're still side by side. Neither driver giving an inch into the corner. And 18 slides it wide right here. Will he drive it into the corner this time? He won't. Mark Owens continues to lead as they come out of the final corner. Lap number 2 now completed. On to lap number 3. The 18 once again looking to the inside. Falls back in line right there. And the 30 is caught up to them. Fisher as well into 2. As right on board roof cam from Jacob. Mark Owens looks like he got a bit sideways right there. Maybe got a shot from the 18. Ashlyn Boyd being real aggressive, putting the pressure on that 00, letting him know that he's there and he won't give in. He wants that lead. He's going to go to the inside again. No, but the 30 tries to go, but gets blocked right there. And Ashlyn Boyd saw that, and the 30 is going to try to go around him. On the outside, but 18 with the preferred line. 00 is going to try to scooch away with his advantage right here. Into the final 2 corners here is side by side for second. 18 is going to have the better corner here. Boyd looking back down to the inside, but I believe the 30 is going to clear, and they make contact and around. They go into the barrier. And a huge crash into the safer barrier. The 30 gets turned. Oh man, and that's a heavy hit right there. And the 30, Jacob buckles out of the race. And remember, there is no yellow for the road courses and the 18 down pit road. And probably got a speeding penalty right there. But Ashley Boyd turns the 30 into that safer barrier. The barrier is full of water, thankfully. And what on earth just happened? You're going to see, yeah, I believe the 18 just drove it in there and just, man, what a shot into those barriers. Wow. What an unexpected turn of events. Look at that. A big hit right there for Buckholz in the 30. Hometown. That's going to run on board Ashlyn Boyd. Yeah, I think he just overshot the corner and just got into the 30. Man, what a hit. And then, of course, he's going to get a speeding penalty. And two of the quickest drivers here today are out of the running just like that. Mark Owens now with a huge lead over Fisher, who's trying to hold off Sammy Davis in the 24. But, man, what a heartbreak for the 30 of Jacob Buckholz. Wow. He's out of the car and he is walking down towards Ashlyn's car, and can imagine the frustration on the 30. And he's out of the car. That's okay. That's always good to see. So we're glad he's all right. But still got a race underway here. More drivers getting into the wall back here. Battle for second now, as Sammy Davis going to try to go for P2 under Fisher. I cannot believe what just happened. 18 coming out of pit road now drove away before Buckholz could even get down there to him, as he knew that 30 was coming. And now he's gonna have to a couple of races to look forward to now. Is wow. So Mark Owens in a 0-0 with a huge lead over almost a second and a half now over Raymond Fisher, who was P2 last time by, but position has been taken by Sammy Davis. Wayne Bowman in the 17 up here as well. Wyatt Gaines, Dylan Young, Brandon Mayhew, and Curtis Stevenson Jr. your top 8. You also have Larry Hagan and Jonathan Skull running out your top 10 as you're on board Dylan Young. He came here in the Xfinity Series, so he started deep in the back, had a poor qualifying effort, but he does have the experience here, especially here at Watkins Glen, and he got a bit tight right there in the corner. He's going to get into the wall just a bit. A lot of drivers just sliding out of that corner right there. Side by side right here, David Haas second in the standings. Larry Hagan in the 77. Hagan, who's currently 9th in the standings, top 10 for him. And Sammy Davis is actually catching the 0-0. It is down to less than a second. Mayhew, White Gaines side by side for position, and Dylan Young as well. Dylan Young looking for win number 2. One out there at Iowa. And Mark Owens, who he's had the car to beat a lot of these races so far this season, but something always goes wrong for that 0-0 of Mark Owens. And now with this lead here at the Glen, and even though it's getting slimmer, it's still a pretty good chance they can finally just break that curse. But Sammy Davis does not have a win. They're hungry for a win as well, and most everyone else behind him. There's the 18 who's a lap down right there behind Jonathan Skull, the lone Dodge. And 16, Buck Bruce got into the wall just a bit right there. None against Scott sliding out of the corner. It'll be 2 to go next time by for the 0-0 of Mark Owens. I was going to say Owen Finley. As Toyota currently 1 and 2 now, and they got a Chevy right there, or both Chevys behind him. Mark Owens trying to end a bad luck streak. I don't believe he's had a win ever in the NORLA League. Still looking for that first W. Back here, Carl Newman, Steven Ruffner battling for position. Those guys have had a rough season as well. A bunch of cars right here. Heated battle between the 20 and the 74, Edwin Mendez and Keisha Boyd. And so everyone just look like they're a bit calm now. Single file for the most part. And as I said that, Curtis Stevenson Jr. steps out of line, trying to go underneath Wyatt Gaines for position. And a really good run in that corner. He's going to get it. Dylan Young trying to follow behind him right there as he gets really close. But at the line, 2 laps to go for Mark Owens at Watkins Glen. The lead continues to shrink from second to first. Brandon Mayhew now going underneath Raymond Fisher. Fisher is a former winner here at Watkins Glen in the Cup Series. He's under fire from Mayhew. Mayhew's going to go by the veteran right there. Another side-by-side battle right there between Haynes and the 18, who's actually a lap down, but seems to still be up to speed. They didn't get too much damage from that wreck, and whatever damage they got, they did fix it. And Double Zero continued to lead. Bowman has his eyes set on the 24 as we're right on board with him here. And Buchholz, who refused interview with the guys out with the press down there at pit road, and of course he was just not happy after what happened between him and 18. But here we go out of the final corner. Mark Owens still looking for win number 1. Is going to see the white flag this time by. No one gets into the wall, it looks like. 1 lap to go for Mark Owens. Sammy Davis is caught up. Davis is there. So is Bowman. So anything can still happen in this lap here. As the Double Zero is going to have to work hard and try to hold off the 24, the hard-charging 24. Bowman putting the pressure now on Sammy Davis. If he can get side-by-side with the 24, that'll relieve the Double Zero right there. And here we go. Bowman to the inside of Sammy Davis for P2. Davis cuts him off in the bus stop. Davis still has a shot to try and get this, but the Double Zero has been really good in these corners. He runs it a bit wider that time by. Looks like he's getting a bit tight. Probably has his eyes in the rearview mirror now. 2 more corners to go at Watkins Glen. Mark Owens trying to hold off the 24 here for his first win. And out of that corner, he's clear, and he's going to do it. Out of the final corner, Mark Owens in the Double Zero gets into the wall. Owens into the wall. And it's Sammy Davis at the line. Sammy Davis just stole the win from Mark Owens. Wow. Have you ever? Sammy Davis with the win. And a heartbreak again for Mark Owens as he got into the wall out of the final corner here at the Glen. He just ran it too wide and gets into the wall. Davis goes right by along with the 17. Mark Owens, oh my goodness, wow. And Bowman was trying to get to Davis but couldn't get there in time. Is going to get second, but Sammy Davis with the upset steals the win for his first ever Pro Series win. And it comes in fashion with the last corner pass on the dominant Mark Owens, who led every lap except the one that was most important. And to add insult to injury, he doesn't even get second place. He gets third. Wow. What a finish. Watkins Glen, I tell you, it never fails to amaze me here. But first ever Pro Series win for Sammy Davis. So this is going to be a special win because this car was originally supposed to be driven by Eric Monaco, who is no longer with us after passing from a Cup Series crash at Talladega earlier in the year. So Davis decided to step in, and this is going to be a huge win for them. A very emotional win for Sammy Davis as he gets it done here at the Glen and smokes the tires down the front stretch here for the crowd. And Toyota just putting on another dominant performance, gets another win. But wow, what a heartbreak for Mark Owens and Jacob Buchholz too in the 30, who was looking forward to this race for his home race, and ended up getting taken out. To be interesting to see how those two race each other next round. So congratulations to Sammy Davis on their first ever Pro Series win. Let's get you down to the standings after Watkins Glen.